There's a kind of loneliness which exists even if your life looks full from the outside. And I think many people experience it quietly, especially in midlife. Not necessarily because they are physically alone, because something deeper begins to shift internally. I think there comes a stage in life where you slowly begin pulling away from noise, from chaos, overstimulation, and surface level living. You start seeking peace more intentionally. While that shift can be beautiful, it can also feel surprisingly lonely at times. Almost as though life gently shifts you out of those busy, demanding years and places you somewhere quieter. The children grow up, people need you less, friendships drift, routine change, and suddenly there's this space that you once craved for, but but may not fully know how to sit with it yet. And I think many women especially spend years constantly needed by other people, as mothers, partners, caregivers, friends, professionals. And when that intensity begins to soften, it can create a strange emotional silence. I'm not talking about dramatic loneliness, but just quiet disconnection. You also begin noticing how many friendships were built around convenience, around routine, proximity, or shared life stages. And over time, people evolve. Sometimes you evolve too. You realize certain conversations no longer nourish you, certain environments exhaust you, certain relationships feel emotionally one sided. And perhaps one of the saddest realization in adulthood is understanding that not every friendship is meant to grow with you forever. Social media makes this feeling even stranger. Everywhere you look, people appear connected. They seem happy, busy, surrounded, thriving. But I think many of those connections are often more performative than real. Sometimes social media creates an illusion of closeness while people quietly feel deeply disconnected inside. And maybe that's why the desire to reconnect with ourselves becomes stronger in midlife. You begin craving depth instead of distraction, meaningful conversations instead of constant noise. peace instead of performance. You start wanting relationships where you can truly evolve, truly be honest, where silence feels comfortable, where honesty feels safe, where you don't have to constantly perform for others, perform a version of yourself. And strangely enough, I've also started enjoying my company, my own company more. Not from bitterness, not from isolation either, but from a deeper sense of self connection. There is something incredibly peaceful about no longer needing to escape yourself, about sitting about sitting quietly, thinking slowly, living intentionally. And perhaps this quieter stage in life is not loneliness at all. Perhaps it's a return to ourselves, a slower rebuilding of community, a deeper understanding of who we are. There is this kind of stronger protection which we feel to protect our peace, our self worth than we ever had before. I used to think peace was boring, and now I think it's one of the greatest luxuries in life.